Welcome back to our Big V podcast with our youth league here, VYC Women. And we're going to touch on some season predictions. If you can think back to before the start of the season, we had six big names in Australian basketball and everything else come and do some predictions for us for the season. We're now going to compare these to our current ladders for VYC Women and see who's done well and whether their predictions are accurate.
Yeah, it's always interesting looking back at the start of the year. Everyone seems to think they're going to make finals, and everyone seems to think this team and that team are going to be fantastic or not so good. Quite often, it doesn't even come to fruition. But good
fruition.
to see.
What's
yes.
fruition?
It doesn't eventuate.
There we go. Okay, cool.
So we look at the Terrell Conference, and we've got Keilor sitting atop 2022 champions.
Yeah.
So Hannah Lowe, Tim Motton, and Sharon Milner all picked Keilor to be there again. What happened to the other three?
Good question. But look, good pick for the three of them. They have got a bit of a different team, but you had a look at this team last year, and there were some clear players who were going to be able to step up in the years to come, and they have immediately, like Caitlin Richardson and Hayley Courts, two sort of bigger standouts for me, have really impressed people in this league thus far. So, solidifying themselves in top position with the 15 wins to go with 3 losses for the season.
Yeah, a little bit of breathing room there for them as well, isn't there?
Could say that, yeah, absolutely. Melbourne are now sitting second, and as you would guess, our star Felix von Hoff did select them. Bendigo sitting third. Our man Tim Modern had them selected, and then Ringwood again. Tim Modern had them with alongside Justine Nelson.
Yeah, no, great picks there. I know, obviously, Tim picking his beloved Ringwood.
Absolutely.
We knew that one. No, nothing wrong with that at all. And it's been quite accurate to this point. So I think the good pick there is Tim Motton picking Bendigo. Bendigo are strong, but nobody else seemed to see that one. They did pretty well last year. I know they made finals.
Yeah, absolutely. Nathan Batchelor, their coach, I believe that's how you pronounce his last name, I think, was the coach of the year last year too.
Yep. So, Tim Motton probably saw that one coming, as some others didn't quite capture that one. Interesting to see Waverley selected by Chris Anstey. A pretty good tip considering they're just out of the 4 at the moment, sitting in 5th position with the same record as Ringwood. So a pretty good pick there by Chris Anstey.
Yeah, absolutely. Shanna Lowe also had Sandringham in the picture there, who, on the race as well, sort of had a bit of an inconsistent last 5. They did win their last one on the weekend there, but they're not far off the pace either.
Yeah, pretty close top 6 there. And
absolutely.
Then Knox and Hume haven't been able to quite get it done. And, Hume got in a couple of the selections just due to their performance last year. They did quite well, but not to be this year.
No, unfortunately not. Watson Conference now, Altona on top of the table, and interesting to see that actually no one did select these girls. We have Casey, who was second, selected by Hannah Lowe, Felix von Hoff, and Sharon Milner. Kilsyth sitting third. Hannah Lowe again selected them, Justin Nelson and Sharon Milner again. So the two middle teams here sort of expected to be in finals. 2 quite experienced teams play a very, very good style of basketball, selected 3-3.
Yeah, I think it's overall, if we're looking at our tipsters, Sharon Milner's done a fantastic job selecting in this VYC competition, as has Hannah Lowe. They've probably been the standouts from a predictions point of view.
Yeah.
Casey, they've got a really strong program. So we at the start of the year, we probably sort of anticipated that. And Diamond Valley's been a little bit of surprise with nobody predicting them at the start of the year, but they've been really, really strong despite a bit of an inconsistent last few weeks.
Absolutely. Dana was selected a few times. Justin Nelson did select them. Nutter Wadding was selected by Chris Anstey and Felix von Hoff, 2 teams who were sort of thereabouts in a race for finals. They might be able to squeeze in possibly if things go their way, but they obviously got to continue to win.
It'll be very interesting, the run home. The top 4 certainly looking to be quite comfortable at this point. I would My only prediction would be Ted Frankston is sort of the one in form rolling up into that.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that. No one, actually, Tim Modern did select them, so did Chris Anstey, so you could be right there.
The jump from Youth League 1 to VYC, and they've predicted that one. So.
Absolutely. Look, that'll be all for us today, guys. Keep it locked, Big V podcast. We'll speak to you all very soon.